A very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another live session with GETI or Global Education and Training Institute under the Disruptive Education Movement initiated by Dr. Sunita Gandhi. And today I have with me a very amazing human being, Anusha Agarwal. Well, she is a founder of Zippy Spring. She is an early childhood mentor and is currently working on literacy through phonics to help young children to make best use of their unique capabilities. Ms. Anusha completed her BA honors in mass communication, her bachelor's of education from DAVV Indore, and then received training in language development program using phonics and grammar curriculum from Jolly Learning UK. She has worked as a pre-primary teacher with the CBSE school, and after that, she was curious to know more about the understanding of children's behavior and the importance of assessing each child for the effective growth. Well, she believes that good behavior is caught and not taught. And she has joined us today to talk on understanding connections and art of learning. So, a very warm welcome to you, Ms. Anusha, on this platform. We are very happy to have you. And without much ado, I would request you to please take over the session.
Thank you so much, Miss Preena. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction, and thank you, Mr. Sunita Gandhi, for this platform where we can exchange knowledge and deliver best to our children. Yeah. So today I'm going to talk about understanding connections and the art of learning. So let me share my screen to you. Okay, so I am going to start with a story, and you can see here. Wait a moment. Okay. Okay, so you can see here, it was the lunch time in our school, like the school where I was working, and all the children had to carry apron, and we had 30 to 40 minutes, and because it was so difficult to help them to carry the apron because there were almost 30 students. So I came with the condition कि okay, अगर apron नहीं पहना तो खाना नहीं मिलेगा. And children are like, okay, हम खाना भी नहीं खाएंगे अगर हमें apron पहनना है तो. So then I later realized, like, if I'm putting conditions like this, then things are not going to work. And teachers used to have food together, and then I realized it was me who was not carrying apron. No. So I took that small apron from the bucket and I carried it, came in front of my all students, and they just burst into laughter, and now they are so excited to carry apron. From this, I've understood it is very important to look within. What is that thing that I am doing wrong? That was the most important lessons of life. Okay, so you can see here, I cannot do the slideshow because it doesn't work. Okay, so to start, I will tell you my story, like how I have been in my childhood days. So I was always connected to nature, and but I was kind of very shy and underconfident, I must say. I had no friends till eighth standard. In fact, I was unable to make friends in college. So the journey was not so good, but. And I used to think a lot about it, like why I'm unable to make friends. I used to doubt myself. What is so wrong with me? So, but anyhow, I just to help myself financially, I did a part-time job, and there I got introduced to the concept of kindergarten, and then I started reading about the child development. no. And I got introduced to the role of brain development that changed my entire life completely. I understood that how important it is to get it right from the beginning. Yeah, so and that can definitely that definitely helped me to develop confidence, and also, that helped me to change my perspective to look at the things, no. So I have a short video to share. It is about we are our brains, so let us just go through it.
We are our brains. So if you're seeing, if you're hearing, if you're feeling, if you're deciding, if you're thinking, if you're reading, etc., this is your brain in action.
During our early years, the brain is optimized for learning and is capable of extraordinary change. No wonder a baby brain can create more than 1 million new neural connections every single second. They say practice makes perfect, and that is exactly what the brain does. Every time we learn or experience something new, it detects a change, and that change forms connections, which help build the foundation of a powerful brain. The connections that are not used repeatedly are lost. During the early years, when the brain is at its most active, is when the roadmap of our lives is first designed. Although change is possible as children grow, science is proving that getting it right from the beginning is the best opportunity we have to increase our chances of happiness and success.
Yes, so from this video, like we can see, it is very important to get it right from the beginning, because these neurons are generating each and every day. So I have a quick experiment to show you. Okay, you can. I'm giving you like you can just bring your paper and pen quickly. I'm giving you 30 seconds for the same. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Okay. So you can write all the problems. You can write all the problems in that paper. So I have written all the problems here. Yeah, here in my paper. Okay. I've written all the problems here. You can quickly write all the problems there. Okay. So now we have written all the problems. Now just start crushing all these problems. Now just start crushing all these problems. Crush it as tightly as you can. Crush all the problems. Now just open this paper again and start forming the connections. You can see now start forming the connections. No, just start forming the connection. Just make lines there. You can see the lines there. So you will get something like this. Okay, here you will get something like this. So these are the neuron connections. Okay. Now, do you think by focusing here on the same problems, you can get the creative solution or the very effective solution? No. We need to make use of the connection, the new connections that are available. Okay. These are the new connections, and we need to make these new connection. Okay. And how we can do that? How we can do that? Maybe by taking a break, maybe by going for a bath, no, maybe by doing an exercise. So these new connections are very important. Like we talk about, let us think out of the box, no, but how we can think out of the box, so there we need to be use our diffuse mode of thinking. I will just share that to you. Wait a moment. Yeah. Yeah. So focus versus diffuse mode of thinking. So focus mode, as we have seen, concentrated, like we are concentrating here, and the fixed neural path. It has a fixed neural path. But when we talk about the diffuse mode of thinking, it is quite relaxed. We are developing new neural pathways to get the creative solution, and this definitely takes time and patience. So to solve the difficult problems, it takes time and patience. So you can't solve difficult problems immediately. The same way you can't solve behavioral challenges immediately. Therefore, it is important to learn to cope up with your own stress first, so that we can help children to get the best. कितनी बार होता है कि हम चिड़चिड़ हो जाते हैं, हमें ब्रेक चाहिए होता है. सो हाउ कैन वी एक्सपेक्ट चाइल्ड जो जो उस मोमेंट पे कोई पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट को नहीं समझ पा रहा है या टॉपिक को नहीं समझ पा रहा है, एंड वी आर जस्ट ट्राइंग कि नहीं अभी वो समझो. So do you think that is practically possible? No. We need to give break to the child the way we need break. So these are the important things, because give time to the child to develop the new neuron connections. No. Now you can see here, lots of problems are there. I can see a teacher there who is saying a good student must be, and he's already saying that how good students should be like. I can see a stressed teacher there, and all the students are super excited to play. Parents are looking at what this teacher is trying to teach. So I can see a stressed teacher. They're trying to complete her curriculum, but she couldn't. I can see, yeah, there's lots of homework. I can see a boy drooping his shoulder, and he has lots of homework. And I can see, like the demands are so high, and therefore results are, we are not getting the good results. Even the 2.5-year-old is expected to recognize all the letters and to write the capital letters. So here we need to look into ourselves. uh, Basically, we are so trapped in high expectations and the societal comparison. We are so trapped in completing our yearly curriculum that we are not focusing on what is the right way to achieve our targeted goals. Yeah. So here we need to look into ourselves. So what is the right way to achieve our goals? And to understand what is wrong with us, we need to use the neuron connections that are available for us. Okay. Because we know that all babies are ready to learn, and what is stopping them to learn? Now we are going to talk about developing connections. So when we talk about developing connection, we can see, the as we have seen, the child's brain like is the neuron connections are developing like extraordinarily. Every day the neuron connections are developed. Unlike us, the child's brain is not developed yet. Yeah. So it is making extraordinary changes each and every day. And how it is happening? Through the experiences and through the interactions. So that loving adult, and with the that loving interaction with the caring adult, I must say. So that is something very important to stimulate the brain development, to develop the strong connections. No. So the joy, happiness, this is something which develops the strong connections from the beginning. So we need to be very careful about it. Show that you deeply care about your child. The like Show joy in who they are. Be careful about your actions, your gestures. uh, Try to understand what child is going through, why he or she is behaving in certain way. Because sometimes even when I'm taking classes, बच्चे बिना परमिशन के भाग जाएंगे, पूछेंगे नहीं. But why they are doing like that? If I'm talking about shapes, I'm talking about square shape, they will quickly run and bring. Why? Because they are so excited to show me that pillow that is in a square shape. So I need to understand that why they are going, but then I can guide them, like, please take permission, मुझसे permission लेके जाओ, and then I will allow you to go. I will just make them believe कि ठीक है, मैं आपको मना नहीं करूंगी, I will allow you to go, but take permission. So once I accept what what they want me to do, then definitely they will take these small responsibilities. Yeah, it is very important to develop the strong connection, and the best way to do is understand the purpose of education. Understand the purpose of education. Now see what is happening. Give me a moment. Yeah. So understand the purpose of education. So the Finland's education system is the world's best education system. But why? And what Finland is doing, the most important thing is वो बच्चों का प्रेशर कम करता है, and they do not give much homework. If they are giving homework that is for the 15 to 20 minutes, no. So this is something very important, and here what happens, like, we have lots of pressure, of course. mm, like lots of things to manage, and managing the class and the other things in the school, lots of things are there. So basically, in the middle of the year, what happens, lots of curriculum is there, and to complete that course we give more pressure to the child, like a teacher ka pressure kam ho jaye, so something opposite is happening, and something is wrong with the system. So therefore it is very important to understand कि okay, पहले हमें बच्चों का pressure कम करना है, and then once we reduce the pressure of the child, they are so excited to come to the school, and once they are happy, we will get the amazing results from the children. So firstly, it is very important to make them feel happy, make them excited to come to the school. Now you can see, yeah, understand the purpose of education. And in fact, for me, the purpose of education is to connect, and to connect to everything in the environment, and that can develop love and confidence and lots of things. Maybe by watering plants daily, children are learning to take care of the plant, to develop that love for the plants. Maybe by collecting the dry leaves from the garden and storing it, they are developing to get that strong relationship with the objects. And maybe when we are acknowledging their scribbling, when we are acknowledging their scribble in their drawing book, they are developing confidence. So these are the little things which we need to take care of. The little things can bring lots of positive changes. Now the second is form strong relationship. Okay, now as we know, the emotions and the learning is very much interrelated. Okay, so to get that strong attachment and the relationship, so I have one video, please just go through it, what strong relationships can do and what is the science of learning.
Children have experiences of closeness and consistency and trust. Oxytocin is released. Oxytocin has many, many positive effects on the development of the brain. When
it promotes generosity and trust, decreases fear, and even helps people recover from negative social interactions.
Yeah, so basically, what is happening? This oxytocin is releasing, and therefore, because of that, that trust is developed. You can see it decreases fear and helps to recover the bad social interactions. No, so it is not just about being nice, but to understand all the aspect of relationship. Yeah. Third is connect before correcting. This is why the Sally Hoy, I'm following her since long, and she says connect before correcting. You cannot expect children to work like adults. So you can be a guide, but you cannot be a controller. This is again the most important lessons. And the fourth thing is understand need of the child. So right now what is happening, Yeah. So basically, right now, what is happening? Like, children do not have much friends, because in the schools, what they were doing, they used to come. They are so excited about their day, and they're so excited to show the things which you have made, which they have made, and show that to their friends, basically. So they are so excited about such things. But right now, they do not have friends. Yeah. So here it is the responsibility of the teacher to ask children like what they want to do. Do they want to rhyme? Do they want to do the rhyme? Do they want to do the stories? Do they have something to share? So it is very important to understand the need of the child. Yeah. So once we start accepting our children and accept what they want to do, they eventually start accepting us. So this is all about the developing connection, that understanding purpose of the education, form strong relationship, connect before correcting, and understand need of the child. Now we have children do better when they feel better. Yes. Focus on basics. So I will just give you the example from my story. So I deal with the reading and writing. So in learning, the reading and writing plays the most important role. And like right now, I'm talking to you. So I am right now using sounds. I'm not saying SOUNDS for sounds. I'm using the sounds, no? So to read and write, it is very important to connect to the sounds, because um there are four skills, like four basic skills to help children to read and write. That is listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Now we are expecting children to read and write without helping them to listen and speak. How they will be able to get the good results in reading and writing? So it is very important to upgrade ourselves, get deep knowledge about the subject. Get deep knowledge about the subject. So how I can, if I'm talking about the reading and writing, then I must know that okay, first I need to tell children about the sounds, and they should hear the sounds, and they should identify the sounds, and then they can definitely do the stories. They can eventually start learning the stories. So get deep information about the subject, about your subject. Upgrade yourself. Yeah, so that is basically the first thing is learning. Learning is very important. The cultivate research-based approach, because sometimes the knowledge we acquire is not supported by the researches that has been done. So read a lot, get more and more information about your subject, and see the results. Then analyze it, and then come to the solution. Community centered environment, again in learning I've shared the community centered environment. Now you can see right now the GETI platform. Now what is happening? Teachers are coming, they're sharing their knowledge, and so here what we are doing, we are exchanging knowledge and trying to learn from each other, and this is something very important. So there could be a formal environment, or could be an informal environment. Informal teaching, we basically like work under the senior teachers, and informal environment like the meetings like this, so that we can freely communicate to each other and freely share our knowledge to each other. So first, be a learner as a teacher or as a parent. Second, we need to focus on planning and how we can do the planning. That is the learner centered approach. Okay. So instead of thinking what they can, like what can they learn? They here is, I'm using for the children. So what can they learn? No. Instead of that, we need to think about what will bring the joy. How I can fill the time, and I need to focus on what will be so meaningful. So instead of focusing on worrying about the screen time, we should think about how can we include the movement in the class. So these are the things which we should keep in mind while doing the planning. Now we have execution. So first is accept unexpected responses. Now what is happening here? Accept unexpected responses. Like once we start the class, sometime it can create a mess. Children can create a mess. And what you can do? So here you can simply be a part of it. Enjoy with them for a while, and then use your attraction grabbers, use the finger puppets and whatever you have to get their attention back. But for a moment, be a part of it. This is something very important. Second, adjust your plans if needed, because sometimes what we have planned is not going to work with the children. So on the basis of observation and what exactly is needed for the child, we can change our plans. So third, relax. Very important, because sometimes what happens, like we are taking time to connect, you know, and parents are not understanding. Okay, so at that time, you can simply relax, help parent to understand that why are you taking time to connect, and how you're taking 15 minutes to connect, but how that rest of the 45 minutes is going to work so well. This Yeah. So just take a moment to help parents to understand, okay, this is the reason why you are taking time. Because sometimes I do lots of craft in my class, and okay, parents are like, ma'am, ये craft में तो बहुत time लगता है, although it is connected to the sounds. तो इसमें तो बहुत time लगता है. But then I tell them what happens when they are doing the craft, and now they are also accepting. Because when child is doing a craft, what is happening? First, if they are unable to follow instruction, they're still trying to stay calm and trying to retry. The most important thing, they are trying to retry. Second, once they do their craft, they are so excited to showcase it, and they keep looking at their craft, and thus they keep looking at what, like, they keep revising the things that they have learned. So there are lots of benefits like that. Take a moment to relax, help parents to understand that why you are using that particular approach of teaching. Fourth, do not panic. Yes, sometimes children takes time to understand. Take extra classes. Do not panic, because they will definitely understand. If not now, then tomorrow. Give extra time. It is going to work. Find an alternative option. Yeah. So basically, give me a moment. Yeah, so basically, you can, if you do not have the if you do not have chocolates or toffees, so you can quickly you can make a smiley on the board, and if you cannot give if there's no personal touch, so you can give the virtual hug. So find the alternative options, how you can manage the things here online. Next, yeah, what helped me the most in the COVID is understanding children and connecting to them. Second is parent support, and the third is finding the alternative options of learning. So thank you so much for being here with me. So you can also contact me on 9893141408. You can drop your comments there, and if you have any queries, and you can also drop me mail here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anusha ma'am. It
Thank you.
was quite interesting. I was trying that activity with a paper and writing the problems and crushing it. So,
Yes.
yes, I can relate. And yes, there are people who can relate with these things that you just shared. We worry about the child, what the child will become tomorrow. But in
Yeah.
that process, we somewhere forget that he is someone today.
Oh,
I think,
exactly. That's true. And there we need to, that's what we are missing upon, the most important need of the time.
right. So we have to take care of this part as well, because they go through a lot of mental pressure, mental trauma the child
True.
faces.
Yes,
And
yes.
that sometimes, that results in uh, sometimes underdevelopment and
Yes,
can spoil
definitely.
the tomorrow as well.
That is
So
so true.
I think, yes, so that's where the teachers, the parents can work together and focus on their needs. We need to read the child every day. We can go and find out the root cause where the child is facing the problem. As you said, that they don't listen when you say something, whether it's about wearing the apron or not
Yeah.
asking before leaving the classroom. So
Yes.
we need to find out the reason behind why they are doing this. What is there in their mind? Is there any kind of fear, or why are they being rebellious? They're not listening. So that's how I think we can work on the root cause to sort these problems. So
Yes.
overall, the session was really interesting. You creatively put things, very easily. We talk about major issues about schools, about learning, about strategies. But I think this is the basic where we can work. And I think if we are making the basics strong, the foundation is strong, I think things can work wonders.
Thank you so much. Yes,
Thank
yes.
you. Thanks to you
Thank
for
you so
joining in under this
much.
disruptive education movement. And we'll surely connect in future again with something more interesting to talk on.
For sure, for sure. Yes, it would be amazing.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks everyone for joining in.
Thank you so
Take
much.
care.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.